Death is never the end for superheroes. They have a habit of coming back to life, much to the delight of fans. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 superheroes who have cheated death and made a triumphant return to the world of comic books. Starting with 6. Bucky Barnes. Bucky Barnes was believed to have died in an explosion during World War II. However, he was later revealed to have been brainwashed by the Soviet Union and transformed into the Winter Soldier. He later regained his memories and became a hero once again. On to our number 5. Green Arrow. Oliver Queen was presumed dead after a boat named the Queen's Gambit sunk in a storm, but it was later revealed that he had survived and was stranded on a deserted island for several years. During this time on the island, he honed his skills and became a master archer. When he returned to his hometown, he resumed the superhero identity as Green Arrow. Green Arrow has since become a beloved character in the DC universe, and his survival and return from the dead have become an iconic part of his story. Number 4. Colossus. In the Marvel Comics universe, Colossus was killed in the storyline The Fall of the Mutants, when he sacrificed himself to save the world from the villainous adversary. However, in the following storyline, Inferno, it was revealed that Colossus had been resurrected by a group of demons who had taken over his body. After some time, Colossus was able to regain control of his body and eventually join the X-Men once again. However, the experience of being resurrected by demons left a lasting impact on Colossus, leading to various storylines exploring the psychological toll of his resurrection. Coming in with number 3, Jason Todd. Now I know we've talked about this one in a previous video, but his situation is so perfect for this video that we had to mention it again. So, Jason Todd, the second character to take up the mantle of Batman's sidekick, Robin, in DC Comics, was famously killed by the Joker in the storyline A Death in the Family. In the storyline, readers were given the chance to vote on whether or not Jason Todd would survive an encounter with the Joker. The majority voted for his death, and Jason Todd was seemingly killed by a bomb planted by the Joker. Years later, in the storyline Under the Hood, it was revealed that Jason Todd had actually been resurrected by the mystical Lazarus Pit, which had been used by Ra's al Ghul and characters in the Batman mythos to bring people back from the dead. However, the resurrection had left Jason with some psychological trauma, leading him to become the anti-hero Red Hood and seek vengeance against Batman and his allies. Number 2. Jean Grey, a member of the X-Men in Marvel Comics, was killed and resurrected in one of the most iconic storylines in comic book history, the Dark Phoenix Saga. In this storyline, Jean Grey became possessed by a cosmic entity called the Phoenix Force, which gave her immense power but also caused her to become increasingly unstable. Ultimately, Jean sacrificed herself to prevent the Phoenix Force from destroying the universe. However, in the storyline, The Phoenix Resurrection, the return of Jean Grey, it was revealed that Jean Grey had not actually died. Instead, the Phoenix Force had created a duplicate of Jean's body and memories, while the real Jean was placed in a cocoon at the bottom of the ocean. And there she kept in stasis for several years. Eventually, the X-Men were able to rescue Jean Grey from the cocoon, and she returned to the land of the living. Jean's resurrection has had a major impact on the X-Men comics, with the character continuing to play a prominent role in various storylines and spin-off titles. Her experiences as the Phoenix have also explored in depth, with various characters grappling with the temptation and consequences of cosmic entities' immense powers. And our number 1 spot today, none other than Superman. Superman's death and resurrection storyline is one of the most iconic moments in comic book history. In 1992, DC Comics released the Death of Superman storyline in which the Man of Steel meets his end at the hands of the monstrous villain, Doomsday. The storyline begins with a series of battles between Superman and Doomsday, culminating in a brutal fight in the streets of Metropolis. Despite his best efforts, Superman is ultimately defeated and dies in the arms of Lois Lane. In the aftermath of his death, the world mourns the loss of the greatest hero they have ever known. But as it turns out, Superman's death was not permanent. In 1993, DC Comics released the Return of Superman storyline in which 4 different characters claiming to be the true Superman emerge. Eventually, it is revealed that the real Superman has been in a state of suspended animation and was revived by a Kryptonian regenerating matrix. He returns to reclaim his mantle as the protector of Metropolis, and the world rejoices at his resurrection. Superman's death and resurrection has a profound impact on the comic book industry, and it remains one of the most memorable storylines in superhero history. Aw, yeah.